Yo, what is up everybody? And today, we're diving into the world of AI art and how to turn your digital masterpieces into cold, hard cash on Etsy. That's right, we're talking about selling those crazy AI-generated images you've been creating and making a profit from your creativity. Whether you're an AI art pro or just starting out, this video is your golden ticket to Etsy success. We're talking step-by-step guidance, secret tips, and all the knowledge you need to turn your art into a booming online business. Get ready to unleash your inner entrepreneur because we're about to blow this thing up. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's turn you into the next AI art mogul. First things first, we gotta make sure we're playing by the rules. Etsy's got some guidelines about what you can and can't sell, especially when it comes to digital art and AI-generated content. Don't worry, it's not rocket science, but it's crucial to understand the rules of the game before we jump in. We're talking about making sure your artwork is original and doesn't infringe on anyone else's intellectual property. Think of it like this: you wouldn't want someone stealing your awesome AI creations, right? So we gotta make sure we're respecting other artists' work too. We'll break it down nice and easy so you can focus on what matters most: creating awesome art and making that money. One of the biggest things Etsy's strict about is copyright infringement. Basically, you can't just go around selling AI art based on someone else's copyrighted characters, logos, or designs. That means no selling Harry Potter portraits or Mickey Mouse fan art without permission, unless you want to face the wrath of the copyright gods. Trust me, it's not a battle you want to fight. But don't worry, there's still a whole universe of original AI art you can create and sell. Think abstract designs, cool landscapes, trippy patterns. The possibilities are literally endless. So let's keep it legal, keep it original, and watch the money roll in. Now comes the fun part, deciding what kind of AI art you want to sell on your Etsy empire. You've got options, my friend. First up, we've got digital downloads. This is like selling the digital blueprint of your artwork. Customers buy the file, download it, and they can print it at home, use it as a phone background, whatever they want. The best part? You only have to create the design once, and you can sell it an unlimited number of times. Talk about passive income. But wait, there's more. If you want to get physical with it, you can also sell prints of your AI art. We're talking posters, framed prints, canvases, the whole shebang. This option does come with a bit more work. You gotta handle printing, packaging, and shipping, but hey, there's something satisfying about holding your art in your hands, right? And if you really want to level up, you can even offer custom AI art commissions. Customers give you their ideas, you work your AI magic, and boom, personalized masterpiece. So whether you're all about that digital life or you prefer the feel of a fresh print, Etsy's got you covered. Alright guys, before we unleash our AI masterpieces upon the world, we gotta do some recon. Yeah, just like on those spy missions. But instead of lasers and secret agents, we're armed with our phones and a whole lot of scrolling. Head over to Etsy and search for stuff similar to what you're planning to create. Are people digging abstract blobs of color? Or are they more into those trippy landscapes with, like, floating mountains and stuff? Pay close attention to what's already selling well. See what kind of keywords they're using in their titles and descriptions. We're talking about those magic words that make people click. Add to cart faster than I can demolish a plate of chicken wings. This is how you figure out what's hot and what's not. Trust me, you don't want to be the only one selling AI-generated pictures of your pet hamster when everyone else is all about those cosmic cat portraits. Now, I'm all about going big, but even I know you can't please everyone. That's why you gotta find your niche, your own little corner of the Etsy universe where you reign supreme. Think about what makes your art unique. Maybe you're a whiz at creating surreal cityscapes, or maybe you specialize in turning people's dreams into AI art. Whatever it is, own it. Remember, the more specific you are, the easier it'll be to target the right customers. It's like, if you're craving a burger, you're not gonna go to a sushi restaurant, right? You're gonna go straight to the place with the juiciest patties and the biggest milkshakes. So, Find your burger, guys, find your niche, and get ready to serve up some seriously awesome AI art. Alright, it's time to let those creative juices flow. We're talking about unleashing the power of AI to create some mind-blowing art. Think of AI art generators like DALL-E, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion as your digital paintbrushes. They can whip up some seriously wild stuff based on your prompts. It's like having a million artists at your fingertips, all ready to bring your wildest ideas to life. But here's the thing. Don't be afraid to experiment. The beauty of AI art is that you can try out a million different styles and ideas without having to clean up a single paintbrush. Go wild, get weird, and see what happens. You might be surprised at the masterpieces you can create with a few well-placed words and a little help from our AI buddies. Now I'm all about that raw, unfiltered creativity, but even the most epic AI art can benefit from a little bit of polish. Think of it like adding those finishing touches to a $10,000 ice cream sundae. Tools like Photoshop and Canva are your best friends when it comes to refining your AI art. You can adjust the colors, sharpen the details, and even add some cool effects to make your creations really pop. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and experiment with different editing techniques. Remember, the goal is to create art that's not just good, it's Mr. Beast level awesome. And who knows, you might even discover some hidden gems in those AI-generated images that you never would have noticed before. Alright, we've got our AI masterpieces ready to go, but now we need a place to sell them. It's time to build our very own Etsy empire, brick by digital brick. First things first, you need a killer shop name. Something catchy, memorable, and reflects your unique style. It's like naming your firstborn child, but instead of a cute little human, it's a digital storefront full of awesome AI art. Next up, you need a logo and banner that screams, "This shop is the place to be for mind-blowing AI art." Think bold colors, eye-catching designs, and maybe even a robot mascot for good measure. Remember, first impressions are everything, so make sure your shop looks as amazing as the art you're selling. Now, it's time to tell the world who you are and what you're all about. Your shop bio is your chance to connect with potential customers and make them feel like they're part of your artistic journey. Don't be afraid to inject some personality into it. Share your story, your inspiration, and how you discovered the magical world of AI art. And most importantly, be upfront about how you create your art. Transparency is key, people. Let them know that you're using AI tools to bring your visions to life. Remember, you're not just selling art, you're selling an experience. So make it a good one. Alright guys, you've poured your heart and soul into creating awesome AI art. Now it's time to show it off to the world. This is where you turn your digital masterpieces into cold, hard cash. First things first, you gotta make your art look as epic as possible. Imagine trying to sell a burger that looks like it's been stepped on. Nobody's buying that. So use mock-ups. Mock-ups are like those fake rooms you see on HGTV, but for your art. Slap your designs on phone cases, t-shirts, framed prints, whatever your artistic heart desires. Etsy has a bunch of free mock-up generators, or you can find them online. This way, people can really picture your art in their lives. Next up, keywords. These are the magic words that'll make your art pop up when people search on Etsy. Think about what people would type in to find your awesome creations. Is it psychedelic cat portrait or minimalist landscape? Get those keywords into your titles, descriptions, and tags. And finally, tell your story. Why'd you create this masterpiece? What makes it special? Don't be afraid to brag a little, let your personality shine through. Remember, people aren't just buying art, they're buying a piece of your creativity. Section 2, Pricing for Profit. Don't undersell yourself. Okay, now for the fun part, deciding how much your art is worth. This can be tricky, but don't worry, I got you. First, check out the competition. Scope out similar AI art on Etsy and see what they're charging. Take note of their style, quality, and how many sales they have. This will give you a good starting point. Remember, you're not just selling a digital file, you're selling your time, creativity, and the magic of AI. Don't undervalue yourself, but also, be realistic. If you're just starting out, you might not be able to charge as much as someone who's been on Etsy for years. Experiment with different pricing strategies. You can offer discounts, bundles, or even throw in some freebies to sweeten the deal, and don't be afraid to adjust your prices over time. As you gain more experience in sales, you can definitely start charging more. The goal is to find that sweet spot where you're making a profit, and your customers are happy with the value they're getting. Alright guys, we're about to dive into the wild world of SEO search engine optimization. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Basically, SEO is like giving your Etsy shop a superpower so it can be found by millions of eager buyers. Think of Etsy's search bar as a giant treasure chest filled with amazing AI art. And guess what? Keywords are the keys to unlocking that chest. When someone types in boho wall decor or abstract dog portrait, you want your art to be the first thing they see. So, how do we make that happen? It's all about using the right keywords in the right places. Remember those keywords we talked about earlier? Sprinkle them throughout your titles, descriptions, and those little things called tags. But don't just stuff them in there like you're cramming for a test. Use them naturally and strategically. Think about what a real person would search for when looking for your specific type of art. Etsy's algorithm is like that friend who always wants to be in the loop. It loves fresh content. So, to keep your shop at the top of the search results, you gotta keep things interesting. One way to do this is by updating your listings regularly. Think of it like rotating the inventory in a store. You don't want customers seeing the same old stuff every time they walk in, right? Add new art, experiment with different keywords, and don't be afraid to tweak your descriptions. Another pro tip, pay attention to what's trending. Etsy is always updating its algorithm based on what's hot and what's not. So keep your finger on the pulse of the AI art world. What are people searching for? What are the latest styles and trends? By staying ahead of the game and keeping your shop fresh, you'll show Etsy's algorithm that you mean business. And trust me, the algorithm rewards those who hustle. More visibility, more clicks, more sales, it's a win-win. Alright, you've got your shop looking fly, your listings are optimized, and the sales are starting to roll in. Now, it's time to talk about the secret sauce of any successful business customer service. Think of your customers as royalty, because they are. They're the ones supporting your dreams, so treat them right. Always be polite, respectful, and helpful, even if you're having a bad day. Responding quickly to inquiries is key. Imagine sending a text and having someone reply 3 days later. Not cool, right? Aim to respond to Etsy messages within 24 hours, if not sooner. And remember, communication is key. Provide clear instructions for digital downloads, let customers know when they can expect their physical products, and keep them updated every step of the way. Okay, so you've mastered the basics of customer service, awesome. But how do you go from good to unforgettable? It's all about those little extra touches that make people feel like they're dealing with a real person, not just some faceless online entity. A handwritten thank you note goes a long way. Imagine receiving a package in the mail with a personalized note from the artist. How cool is that? It shows you care and that you appreciate their business. Another idea? Offer exclusive discounts or freebies to repeat customers. Everyone loves a good deal, and it's a great way to reward loyalty. And don't underestimate the power of social proof. Encourage happy customers to leave reviews on your Etsy shop. Positive reviews are like gold, they build trust and credibility, making people more likely to buy from you. Remember, providing exceptional customer service is an investment in your business. It's about building relationships, creating a positive experience, and turning one-time buyers into lifelong fans. Alright guys, you've poured your heart and soul into creating awesome AI art and setting up your Etsy shop. Now it's time to unleash your inner marketing genius and get those sales rolling in. First things first, let's light up social media like it's nobody's business. Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, these platforms are your new best friends. Post high-quality pictures of your art, maybe even some behind-the-scenes action. People love that stuff. Make some funny videos, run contests, offer exclusive discounts, anything to grab attention. Get them clicking through to your shop. Remember, the internet is a wild place and you gotta be loud to be heard. Now let's talk about influencers and bloggers. These guys are like the cool kids in the art and home decor world, and they can introduce your art to a whole new audience. Reach out to them, offer to send them some free samples of your work. Everyone loves free stuff. And hey, why stop there? Think about partnering with other Etsy sellers who create complementary products. Maybe someone who makes handmade frames for your prints or custom mugs with your designs. Two heads are better than one, right? Remember, promoting your shop is an ongoing process. You gotta keep hustling, keep experimenting, and keep finding new ways to get your art in front of the right people. It's like a video game. You gotta keep leveling up. Alright guys, so you've launched your Etsy shop, you've got some sales trickling in, awesome! But the hustle doesn't stop there. It's time to become an Etsy data detective. That's right, we're going full Sherlock Holmes on your shop stats. Etsy has some seriously powerful analytics tools just waiting for you to use them. You can see which of your awesome AI art pieces are totally crushing it, and which ones might need a little extra love. Think of it like those analytics we use for our YouTube videos. Gotta keep track of those views. Are people going crazy for your digital downloads, or are those physical prints flying off the virtual shelves? This is where you find out. This data is going to be your secret weapon to understand what's working and what's not. And once you know what your customers love, you can give them more of it. More of the good stuff means more sales, more money in your pocket, and more opportunities to create even more awesome AI art. This is where we get to play a little game called Tweak and Test. It's like a science experiment, but instead of beakers and Bunsen burners, we've got keywords, designs, and promotions. First up, keywords. These are the words people type into Etsy when they're searching for something awesome to buy. Make sure you're using the right ones so your art pops up in those search results. Think about it. If you were searching for a cool AI-generated space cat portrait, what would you type in? Use those words in your titles, tags, and descriptions. It's all about getting inside the mind of your customer. Next, experiment with your designs. Don't be afraid to try out new styles, color palettes, or themes. You never know what's going to go viral and become the next big thing. Remember those fidget spinners? Yeah, you never know. And lastly, play around with different promotions. Etsy lets you do some really cool stuff like offer discounts, run sales, and even create coupon codes. It's a great way to drum up some excitement and get people clicking that buy button. You've put in the work, you've analyzed your stats, you've tweaked and tested your little heart out, and now your Etsy shop is booming. But why stop there? It's time to take things to the next level and scale your business like a boss. Remember when I started out on YouTube? I was just one dude making videos in my bedroom. But with a little bit of hustle and a lot of hard work, we've built an empire. And you can do the same thing with your AI art business. First things first, let's expand your product line. You've already got those awesome digital downloads and physical prints, but what about some other cool stuff? Think phone cases, tote bags, t-shirts, mugs. The possibilities are endless. And the best part is, you don't even have to handle the printing or shipping yourself. There are tons of print-on-demand companies out there that will take care of all that for you. You just upload your designs, and they handle the rest. Easy peasy. Etsy is an awesome platform, but it's not the only game in town. There are a ton of other online marketplaces out there where you can sell your AI art. Think Redbubble, Society6, Fine Art America, the list goes on. Each platform has its own unique audience and selling style. So do your research, see which ones resonate with you and your art, and then go for it. Remember, the more places you sell your art, the more eyes you get on it, and the more sales you make. And speaking of reaching new heights, why not launch your own website? I know it sounds intimidating, but trust me, it's not as hard as you think. There are tons of user-friendly website builders out there that make it super simple. Having your own website gives you complete control over your brand and your customer experience. Plus, it's a great way to showcase your portfolio and build a dedicated following. It's like having your own little corner of the internet where you're the king or queen of AI art. Know you've been a good friend. That's it, guys. You've got all the tools and knowledge you need to turn your passion for AI art into a thriving business. Remember, it's all about hard work, dedication, and a little bit of that Mr. Beast-style hustle. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome tips on how to make money online. And don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know what kind of AI art you're creating. Good luck with your Etsy shop, and happy selling!